creating apps might have been the reason why your kids got interested in programming in the first place, and it certainly has been a big change in technology that has brought programming to the forefront of people's attention and really changed the perspective from it being something for geeks and nerds to something that's actually cool and you can do really amazing things with. So if your kids are looking to create apps, although they're a little bit more advanced, you don't want to put them off. So there's some really great tools out there that can keep it simple and fun and is a really good foundation for building amazing apps down the road. So one of these tools, again, is created by MIT. It's called MIT App Inventor. So the links will be in the notes. And this follows a similar makeup to what we saw in Scratch, but applies it to creating Android apps. So what you can see is when I've created a test application here, we have in the left-hand column a lot of different elements that we can drag into the screen, and this helps us build up our app for our Android application. It's a very graphical interface and it helps kids visualize what it is that they're creating. And once again, it also allows them to see that they're progressing with their programming and their coding. So once kids are in this view, they can start playing with it themselves and experimenting. But I just want to quickly look at getting started. Because with apps, this is another important part, is it's not only building the application, it's getting it onto the phone so you can test it out. So the App Inventor website shows you setup instructions, and it also highlights that if you don't have the phone, you can use an emulator. This is great because it means students without Android phones are not limited. They can still create these applications and roll them out onto friends or other people's mobile phones later on. All you need is a computer to do the programming. So you can see here in the setup instructions, it's as simple as setting up the project and using Wi-Fi to transfer the application across to the mobile device. There are a number of different ways of doing it, and you can see here that there's certain system requirements required, so you can read them and make sure your setup is going to work for the app maker. The next part is the designer blocks and editor overview. So what you can see is within this editor that we looked at before, we have that very familiar block approach to the programming. So any kids that are familiar with Scratch are going to find this very straightforward and familiar. As well as kids who are new to it, it's that visual style of programming, so there's not that steep a learning curve to creating the app itself. So take a look at App Inventor, experiment, make sure that you get the setup right in the first place, and your kids will start building very basic apps, but over time they'll progress. Now, if your kids are interested in creating apps for the iPad or the iPhone, you're going to need a different setup. And iTunes University offers some really great tutorials on how to create your first iOS app. This course was released very recently, so it's all up to date, and this is a really great place to start. Now, it does get quite advanced quite quickly, so you want to make sure that your kids do have a good understanding of programming before they dive in. But this is a great place to start if you're looking to develop for Apple products.